Hello. Today we get together because I wanted to talk to you about the safety and the integrity of your house in case of a hurricane. At first, I have a question for you. Would you like to see your house getting totally destroyed or severely damaged when you're coming home after a hurricane? I don't, and I'm pretty sure that you don't want to see that as well. So that's the reason why I'm here today, to try to provide you with some helpful information and some advice as of what you can do to strengthen your house and make it more safe for you and your family in case you will stay at your house during a hurricane. So with that being said, I want to show you a statistic from the Property Claims Service Unit of ISO, which is actually a very analytic company. They are providing statistics for insurances. Here I want to show you that during 2005 Hurricane Charlie, the total damage on structures, residential and commercial, as it was paid for 5 years later in 2010, added up to $66.1 billion. And if you don't want to be in that statistics because of damage to your house, I hope I have some good advice for you how you can prevent that from happening. When it comes to hurricanes, we all know they are coming in 5 different categories. 1 and 2 is a little bit lower winds, up to 110 miles per hour. This can cause damage to your house, but it's probably not as severe as the major hurricanes in the category 3, 4 and 5. Category 5 comes up with 157 plus miles per hour. In a case like that, you don't want to be in your house and you don't want to be anyway close to it, because if we are facing a category 5 hurricane, there's pretty much nothing you can do. You can just pray and run. So in any other cases, I would like to talk to you about the major issues or major areas of concern your house might have. First, I want to show you these pictures, which shows you what kind of power and strength a hurricane can have. You're seeing this picture. These pictures, by the way, are provided by FEMA. They are made after Hurricane Charlie in Punta Gorda. First, I would like you to look at that piece of plywood going right through a pine tree. This will show you the intensity of the wind. As per FEMA, the major problems and major damage caused to any kind of structure are caused by flying debris, which is also called airborne missiles. Airborne missiles because this kind of debris is becoming a missile project. And that, as you see, the piece of plywood is going directly through a pine tree, gives you quite a good understanding of the strength and the power of a hurricane. On this picture, you can see what a hurricane can do to your house if it's not safe, if it's not up to today's hurricane codes. The hurricane codes are actually getting revised pretty much on an annual basis by the building officials in a state and also in the county setting. So this house, the entire roof is gone, so this house is pretty much shot and needs to be demolished all the way to the ground. So just to see, how strong a hurricane can be. At the next slide, I have a picture which is actually the courtesy of KB Homes, which are building homes here in the Lee and Collier County area and actually out of state as well. The main areas of a house which need our attention are windows, door openings, garage openings, the entire roof structure, and vents. Vents are actually there to provide air circulation for the attic and release the hot air which is in the attic. So at first, windows and doors. The best, of course, and that actually counts for garage doors as well, the best way to do it is if you have windows which are not up to the standards of today's building code, the best way is to take them out and replace them with impact-rated windows, which, as per building code and approval certificates, they can withhold winds of 160 miles per hour. If you can't afford it, you don't want to do it for which reason ever, you can install shutters. Shutters are coming in a couple of different ways. You can get metal shutters, which are panels, and they're getting screwed to the window, but they have to be taken out, have to be taken on, in case a hurricane is coming. The best kind of hurricane shutter is a roll-down shutter, where you pretty much have a box mounted over the window or the door, and you can roll them up and down as needed. You can use them not just in a hurricane, you can use them for safety reasons, where you're going out on vacation, or if you don't want to have sun getting into your windows during daytime. For the garage, it's pretty much the same. You can get shutters for that as well, but it's kind of ridiculous to install shutters here. The metal panels you can screw in as well in case a hurricane is coming. You screw them in front of them and they will protect you. The best way is to take it out and put a new garage door in. Because the garage door is the biggest opening in your house. And if that garage door is getting blown out, you can pretty much count on it that your house will be destroyed, as the wind will go in there and lift up the entire roof of the house. When it comes to the vents, the soffit area, which is the biggest area of vents, it's mainly made out of vinyl or aluminum perforated material, which is installed back in the 70s, 80s, and even 90s, just with very small pin nails, and they need to be checked if they're all in place, and any loose or damaged materials should be replaced. On the vertical vents like these ones, the best way to secure them in the case of a hurricane is to put a piece of plywood on top of it so no wind can get in there. Because it's not just that it can cause a damage to your structure, but all the attic insulation. If there's a wind going in, that will blow out of its original location, and therefore you have to redo your entire attic insulation. The roof is, beside the window and garage door openings, the main area of concern. If the roof tiles, asphalt shingles, metal or whatsoever is not securely tied to the roof structure itself, the wind will get underneath it and lift it up, and that's causing the total disastrous condition for your roof. So if you have any broken roof tiles or loose roof tiles, they need to be replaced or re-secured with screws, or they got to be glued down again. On the ridge and the gables, these caps are actually put in place with foam glue and afterwards sealed up with mortar. If any of the mortar is broken or loose, it needs to be replaced. It's very easy to do, it's not a big deal, but it's a huge improvement. So after that, I would like to talk a little bit more about the roof structure, which we're talking about roof trusses. These are the roof trusses. On this area, there are the roof tiles, the shingles, or the metal roof. In this area, there will be the walls, and on top of the walls, there's a tie beam, which is actually strengthening the wall structure as well. These roof trusses should be tied and secured to the tie beam. In the 70s and 80s, this roof truss is just being pretty strictly nailed to the tie beam. If you're thinking about nailed to the tie beam, we're talking about 2 pin nails from each side from the truss. If we're thinking about that a strong wind is going underneath your roof, that will actually rip the roof trusses off the tie beam, and you can say bye-bye to your roof. We don't want that. We want that in place. So the way to improve that is with something like this. This is a Simpson Strong Tie, which is from Simpson Strong Tie Company, which is a leader in building hardware, construction hardware, especially when it comes to wood-framed houses or all of these parts on roof structures. The way this is getting installed, it's very easy. This piece is getting wrapped around the roof truss, and this part is getting nailed into the tie beam. If that is done on every single roof truss, your roof will be secure when it comes to the structure and it can't uplift. This is a very important part. If you are buying a new house and you're trying to get a new homeowner's insurance for your house, in most cases the homeowner's insurance requires a home inspection, and the home inspector is looking very close for these parts. If they are not in place, lots of home insurances will not provide you with a homeowner's insurance, or you have to pay a pretty hefty upcharge on your premium for a very good reason, because this can save your house. So if you're following all of these recommendations I just made, I think you have a very good understanding of what you can do, what you should do, and in case you're coming back after a hurricane, you can be just like these ones. Happy people, you can jump up and down because you're coming back and your house is still secure, it's still there, you just have to get in and live your life. So as I said before, I think it is better to be prepared than being sorry, and I hope I was able to help you with my information and my advice. Thank you very much for listening to me, and be safe.